I normally don't name drop, but since he put himself on social media, I just thought I would use what the man said as a warning to single women that are Christian here, listening online, and for you all that will listen in the not too far distant future. And so I'll just be kind of blunt. Most of y'all know who Nick Cannon is. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon runs through women like kids do after going trick-or-treating with candy. I don't say that bluntly. That's not a proud. That's not something to be proud of. Is that you keep creating babies from all of these different type of women, and then they end up missing out on true parent. You know what I'm saying? But that's the world, and they're thinking. But he said something that really, really bothered me. He was being interviewed. I just saw this yesterday. And so this is just a warning. It's a warning for the single ladies, but it's a warning for us all. And it really bothered me what he said, because the host asked him, he said, out of all of the women that you've been with, which was the one that you really, really regret losing, or that you really, really fell in love with, whatever. And I can't remember her name, but apparently it was one of the first ones. And then he said something I thought was so crazy. He said, that's the only woman I chased. So that means all of the other ones was giving it up too soon. Too soon is before married. But he said that. Now, here's the problem. He said, that's the only woman I chased. He said, I chased her for 3 years. Okay? And so he said, I chased her for 3 years. He said it took that long. And then he did this, because, she was like really into her Christianity. He did just like that. He said, I couldn't believe he said this publicly, right on social media. He said, so it took me 3 years. He said, I finally got to her through the Bible. That's what he said twice. No, I'm not kidding. Okay, he said, I finally got through her through the Bible. He said, that was my way in. So he's doing that whole pretend thing. And that's the last thing he said. That's the last thing he said. Yes, he said, I finally got to her. And he said, I used the Bible to do it. And so that's a warning. It also is a warning that Satan will work on you a long time.